I'm gonna start streams going like, I'm bleeding everywhere. Ooh. That's gonna be my streams from now on. Before we talk about Sony, the Offkai family situation is absolutely disgusting. Yeah, so they had like a booth. Remember we talked about Offkai. So
Yeah,
apparently, yes, they had a booth in the main hall where you can go and basically see bad pictures.
that's crazy.
Yeah. People I saw people on Twitter be like, "Oh, it's okay. You have to have an account to actually see those pictures." But then people are like, "This is all the shit I can see without creating an account." And it's like actual IRL asses out.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. It was genuinely pretty bad pictures. Let's put it this way. If I pull up the pictures of what people actually saw, I will 1000% lose my channel due to pornography. So, yeah.
You would think they'll be like, I don't know, be more not like that when they're in the main page or the main booth.
Mm,
But I guess I was wrong. My bad, guys.
but yeah.
So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the very troubling situation involving the VTuber convention Offkai Expo. Now, this convention has been mired in controversy in the past.
By the way, before anyone even brings it up, I don't have any big moral grandstanding. I don't care if people do porn or if people do like adult content or lewd content. I don't have any moral grandstand on that. You do you. I just don't think it should be that blatant in the open. I don't think it should be normalized as something to look forward to do when you hit 18, you know?
Right.
I don't think it's something like a kid should be like, "Oh, I cannot wait to grow up so I can do like family content." I don't think that's normal. And I don't want it to be normalized. That being said, I'm not gonna be going after VTubers who do lewd content. Does it make sense?
No, it makes sense.
Goon and Private not next to me on the bus? Yes, exactly. VTuber convention, I thought Zen and Lifu were the only VTubers. Okay. Well, according to Foundry marketing, according to Offkai marketing, meet your new Oshi on Foundry. Sorry, guys, you've been missing out the whole time. We're not on Foundry. We're not VTubers. We cannot be your Oshis.
For blacklisting creators like Kirsha over wrongthink. However, with this year's convention, there are many featured guests that are very problematic in their own right and hypocritical, as we'll see later on in this video. But this year's convention is mainly mired in controversy because there is adult content being featured in open spaces of the convention where minors as young as 13 are allowed to walk around free.
And that's not okay. Like this is the only problem I genuinely have with it. Like I'm done with conventions. I don't want to go to conventions. I don't want to go to conventions where there's VTubers. I don't want to go to conventions where there's cosplayers. Miss me with that shit. For context, the reason why I avoid conventions is I used to be a cosplayer and I fucking hate cosplayers for a reason. You wanna know why? Check up every single cosplayer drama. It's always groping and whatnot. Not not just by the convention goers, but the cosplayers themselves. They think it's okay because you're in character anyways, right?
Freely.
It's disturbing.
Yeah.
Now, adult content being present at a VTuber anime related convention is nothing surprising, but typically those sorts of areas are walled off and they require some form of ID or verification to get in, but with Offkai Expo, those as young as 13 can enter those areas, and that is the main concern. Back in May, there was an announcement from Offkai announcing that one of their biggest sponsors is Fansly, which of course is a platform that hosts adult content, and people were immediately annoyed by the fact this sort of sponsor is featured at a convention like this.
Yeah.
But there's a much more serious concern,
This is the ad I was talking about. Like, find your Oshi on Foundly.
as pointed out.
Yeah, like Foundly is the best 18 plus site. You find your next Oshi and so much more.
That's so.
The only thing you're gonna find on Family is carpal tunnel.
What?
From jacking off. It's a porn site? Carpal tunnel?
Oh, okay. I thought you said purple tunnel. I was like, what are you talking about?
Out in replies like this, saying kids walk around during the day. Surely this is not being done while
Lethal what? Am I wrong? Okay, listen. Who opens Foundly just for the articles?
This article's on Fansly?
I don't know. I never opened it. The only time I opened Foundly is to report the account that was pretending to be me. That's the
Yeah.
only time. I'll say maybe. What do you mean?
Stop right there, criminal scum. Nobody breaks
Jason
the law on
opens
my
Foundly
watch.
for the articles.
I'll say maybe.
Damn, that's crazy.
I'm already a gamer, but risk can I handle it? God damn it.
kids are around, correct? Surely we're really not going to put adult content in front of children, right? Well, unfortunately, that's exactly what's happening, as you can see from the layout of the
Okay, so middle entrance is right here, right? Right entrance
Okay.
is right here. Okay, so Offkai, not Offkai, Foundly is right here.
That's wild.
It's almost smack down the middle. Almost.
You gotta stop.
That's pretty
They gotta
bad.
stop.
That's pretty bad. I'm sorry, but it is.
You better stop.
uh, main hall, the expedition hall here. You can see Fansly right smack dab in the middle of everything. And what makes this very disturbing is the fact that minors as young as 13 are allowed in this portion of the convention as long as they have
Remember how everyone was attacking it, like whenever you were speaking up against Offkai on Twitter, people were attacking for like and saying like, no, they will put it in a different section. They will do it separately. Remember? I was one of the
I
people who got
remember.
attacked.
Yeah.
They were like, you're stupid. They'll put it separately. You're stupid. They're not gonna do it midday.
parents with them, or they have a minor consent form filled out. Only in California, ladies and gentlemen, is something like this allowed to exist. Now, of course, this whole problem could be avoided by simply banning minors from this convention. I mean, why wouldn't they just do that in the first place? But instead, they're allowing minors with these exceptions to walk around the convention and be exposed to adult content. And as we enter the final day of Offkai Expo 2026, the very apparent reality involving this convention has become true. You can see
You know what sucks the most? This is the main VTuber convention for the West. If you have an audience in the West, if you want to make it as a VTuber in the West, no, not make it, but like network and stuff like that. This genuinely Offkai is the only main convention in the West when it comes to VTubing. And it's riddled with controversy year after year. That's fucking blows. How would they know the consent form was legit signed by a parent or guardian? They can't. They cannot prove that. That's a problem.
They can't prove it. Like that's how loose the rules are over there.
Mm-hmm. I will underline this. I do feel bad. There were like some VTubers who caught absolute strays over it. They do loot
Mhm.
content, but they have nothing to do with what Fansly is doing and like the marketing stuff like that. They literally just got caught in the crossfire. I
That's always the case,
Yeah,
yeah?
I do feel bad for them. Like, please do not attack anyone, especially the people who are just minding their own business.
Mhm.
Fansly promoting their booth saying, Offkai is open. If you're a creator, come collect your free swag bag before they're gone. If you're not a creator, come say hi anyway. We don't bite. Your favorite VTuber is probably at our booth today. Come verify that for yourself. And of course, people are just, again, not very enthused to see this sort of platform being a featured sponsor of this event. But as people are going around the convention, they are seeing that this booth is front and center at the Expedition Hall, which again is open for minors as young as 13. And things would get even more
Yep.
troubling, as pointed out
Jeez.
in this tweet, where there is a QR code you can scan with no account required whatsoever, no verification, no vetting process whatsoever, that opens up some of the related VTubers at this convention. And obviously I can't play through the video this user provided, going
Yep.
through the various links and videos
Jeez.
provided. But of course, to give you a very brief and censored description of what we're looking at, you have one VTuber with stuff on her face describing self-pleasure, another one basically doing a striptease, another one doing a job, ASMR, and also many other lewd content, including real-life content, not just VTubers, but
Yep. People were posting screenshots of all the stuff you can see, even if you don't have an account. There's like full on like human nudity and everything.
You can't be serious, man.
all of this stuff obviously extremely not safe for work, which again is something you can access as young as 13, walking through this convention with no account required, no
This is what I've been saying. While I don't have issues with VTubers doing 18 plus, I'm not happy that it's so normalized and like it's kind of like it's very common when you're like a VTuber in the West and do 18 plus. It's the normalization that I have an issue with. What
Mhm.
happened with like, hey, and again, that might make me sound like a prude, and it is what it is. Then what happened with like, sex happens like behind closed doors. I don't know.
verification.
It's
Mm.
nowadays they don't care. Like people are very open about that, at least in the West. In the US,
Mm.
they're very, how do you say it? Very sex positive, but in a very toxic way.
Yeah, the way you said it, I think that's exactly what it is.
Mhm.
Process whatsoever. Again, this stuff is not too surprising at a VTuber anime related convention, but the fact that it's so accessible to minors is the problem. All of this could have been avoided if they just made the convention itself 18 plus, or they restricted access to this booth to the yabai market, which is 18 plus. They could have just done that, but instead they're allowing it in the Expedition Hall. And of course, you think back to the sort of standards Offkai Expo has, and it goes back to Kirsha. Kirsha was supposed to be a featured guest with a panel at Offkai Expo a few years ago, and I covered this in a video back then,
Yeah.
but she was blacklisted from this event. She lost.
But her community smuggled her in. they got her. They got her on the tablet and smuggled her in. I thought that was hilarious. That was like the first time I heard about Offkai when that was the first time I heard about Offkai, and that was the first time I heard about Kirsha. That this white fox got smuggled into Offkai on a
Like some
tablet.
kind of contraband.
It was so goofy. I loved it.
Her panel, although they allowed her to continue to go to the events and also buy a ticket, but not be a featured guest, which is incredibly greedy and ridiculous. But she was banned over wrongthink, where after twisting the arm of some of the people behind this convention, they revealed that basically some of her tweets were a little too problematic, a little too wrongthink for this convention. And I remember
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't it when she was still doing like pretty like sane takes? Wasn't that when she was working on the whole videos about bridge in companies?
I think so. She was working on either bridge or like DEI stuff.
Like her takes are a lot harsher now.
one of the examples that they provided right here was her labeling her Discord pronouns as Burger Queen, mocking the fact that Discord is trying to force pronouns into people's bios. But then we have all this
What is that banner? Holy hell.
nonsense involving
No.
this year's convention, featuring VTubers like Kawaii Grin here, who had this to say: meet and greet tomorrow at 1 p.m. But I'm in the Fansly booth all day today if you want to say hello. Ovulating, by the way, which is
I'm sorry, but that's deranged. That is not normal.
That's weird as hell, bro. Stop.
That is
You're in too
not
deep.
normal.
No, you're in too deep. Get out. What are you doing?
That is, I'm sorry, that is so disturbing. Like, genuinely. Bro, I'm gonna start streams going like, I'm bleeding everywhere. Ooh. That's gonna be my streams from now on.
No, honey, stop.
God damn it.
Not like
That's just
this,
so
dude.
stupid. I'm sorry. I'm just.
I'm bleeding everywhere. Ah.
God.
Please no.
Guys, how will you know if I'm fertile if I don't bleed and Mufasa your forehead with it?
No. No, honey, stop.
God.
Oh, we're cooked, dude. What the
It's a ridiculous and insane thing to say before not only doing a meet and greet as a VTuber, but doing it not even as a VTuber, but in the flesh. Like, VTubing? Is this what we're doing? Like, yeah, this already annoys a lot of people, but then this is the focus. But when I looked at this account, I was like, this looks really familiar. And of course, it's because, well, I made a video about this VTuber a couple of years ago. You can see the title: Hypocritical VTuber Risks Career, Slandering Body Pillow Company. So here's the context, a little trip down memory lane here. They called out a company called Cuddly Octopus. They're one of many to fall into this same pattern of behavior, by the way. Cuddly Octopus sells body pillows for VTubers, and Kawaii Grin decided to make a public post calling them out and just outright slandering them, saying that they're selling literal CP because they believe some of the characters depicted were underage and being depicted in not safe for work situations, and were mocking people who disagreed.
Oh, it's the whole lolly thing. I'm not gonna comment on lolly shit. Catch me missing that shit. No. I've avoided commenting on the lolly stuff for 2 years now. You're not gonna catch me sleeping right now.
With this notion. Now, reminder, this is back in 2023 when likes were still public on Twitter, and wow, what a better era. Things were so much more.
Bro, I did like it when the likes were public. I loved it. And the reality is, if people would have looked at my likes, it's just like some really retarded memes. Or frogs.
Listen.
Like, sometimes like me and Zen like lie in bed for sleeping, and I'm like, hey, look at this dumbass. It's gonna be like a cat who fails a jump.
Oh yeah, I love those.
More fun back then when you could just scroll through the publicly listed likes of all these people virtue signaling about fictional content and immediately expose them as massive hypocrites consuming the exact same content they're trying to slander people over on Twitter. But anyways, I tried to warn them, right, when they initially made their call out post, which of course is now deleted, where I said your likes are public, like, come on, LMAO, but they did not listen, so I went forward with a video, not just because of the tweet, but because of a subsequent stream where she would crash out, call me out by name, mock me as basically irrelevant, and try to excuse her behavior because A, she doesn't know anything about anime and manga.
Wait, why did she call Rev irrelevant? What?
It was back then. Like back then.
3 years ago? 3 years ago, Rev was like still like 10 times bigger than us.
No, back then. Like around that time. Was it 3 years ago? Yeah,
3 years ago, yeah. 3 years ago, Rev was 10 times bigger than we are right now.
I know.
And
Man, my
B,
man was
it
on the
was only
grind.
Yeah.
like one character that she was unfortunately caught with in her likes, which is a outright
Yeah, you can literally see. Oh no, never mind. I'm stupid. I was about. You can literally see what his number was. I'm like, bruh, hold up. It's a new screenshot. I'm stupid. My bad.
lie. So I want to watch a small portion of this video with you guys because it's really a great trip down memory lane, and it shows not only the hypocrisy of this VTuber, but as someone who slanders companies in the past, somehow getting to work with Offkai Expo when that same convention banned Kirsha over wrong thing, including jokes about pronouns.
Well, let's be honest here. Stuff like being banned from one company and not banned from another company is a normal thing. Like the quote unquote canceling, it doesn't exist anymore. Right now, being quote unquote canceled, would it be with the left or the right? Yes, I'm talking America speak. It doesn't mean shit. If you're canceled by one side, the other side is gonna lift you up. That's
Yep.
how it works right now. You wanna grow, you better get canceled. That's why we don't grow. Because people don't know which category to put us. And
Yeah,
that's
they're
how
kind
we
of
like it.
squinting at us all the time.
Like,
What the heck are you?
how do I label them?
Pronouns, but let's get right into it. Rev, what do you have to say?
Yeah, like some people who
Some people want to be canceled nowadays. Exactly. Cancellation equates to growth these days. Yeah.
Yep.
That's genuinely what is going on. The second you get canceled, you grow. That's when you start being able to do content full time.
are like open lolly lovers or open people who like lewd lollies
Stop
or
right there,
are like
criminal
Release
scum.
the Google Doc,
Nobody
bitch.
breaks the
Try
law
me.
on my watch.
Release the Google Doc.
Try me, bitch. Try me.
Try me, bitch.
Thank you so much for the support, Jason. Cancel culture was scary at one point, but when you keep canceling people for stupid reasons, it loses all meaning, just like the word racist. Bro, like, the reality is cancel culture for years now worked the exact same way. You cancel someone, they grow. It's been years since that function has been unlocked. The Xbox achievement has been checked off.
Yep.
like pedos basically.
Like you, by your own standards.
Oh.
Like, bro, your likes are public. Your likes are
They
public.
are.
And I don't be liking
They were.
anything fucking sussy. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. So they did screenshot some, and I do feel fucking terrible.
She feels
honestly,
terrible.
because I didn't even realize like some of the characters were underage.
Well, first of all, Your Honor, I didn't know they were underage. And of course, this is her standard, right? She's
That's
calling
crazy.
people predators.
That is crazy.
Stop right there, criminal scum.
You can't just
Nobody
say that.
breaks the law on my watch.
Lifu doesn't like Ryan Gosling. I think both sides can agree to cancel Lifu now.
Bro, you know what? The Ryan Gosling is so fucking overhyped. But yeah, let's finish the video.
Over fictional content and saying this company is selling body pillows featuring CP. And her excuse when she gets caught with that stuff in her likes is that she didn't know any better. But as I will point out in this video, it's pretty clear that she's a massive hypocrite. I'm going to do you a favor here and get you a whole host of images you can see on the screen. This is like the diet version of what I'm going to do.
Oh
These
my
are underage
God.
characters. There's a lot
What the
worse.
I looked away from the screen, right? And I
Right?
looked back. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Bro, what the hell?
And yes, this character is 1000% underage. I actually watched the anime. She's in like middle school or something.
Dude, I'm about to black the
in her
whole
likes.
screen.
There's characters elementary school
Ugh.
aged and actual lolicon. But I'm going to start with the not an exaggeration, by the way. There's a little compilation, and she'll later state she doesn't know
Was
anything about
something
anime, so I'm going to give her a little
Silence
bit of a
of
lesson on these
Tommy or
characters.
something?
So right there, you got Nagataro, who is 15. Hatsune Miku, who's 16, Hitori from Bocchi the Rock, who is 16, Komi-san, who's between the ages of 15 to 17 in that series. You have Karine from Blue Archive, who is 16. Good for her. Spider-Gwen, who in the Spider-Verse era is between 14 to 16 from what I can see.
God dang
and,
it.
you know, every single image on this screen would make her a predator for liking them if you apply her own standards back to her. Now, and then there's the Marin Kitagawa wall.
Oh my god, it's the my dress
No,
up
stop
darling
it.
thing.
Well, but of course, this goes back.
Why? Why they do this? Why does he do this?
So here's the problem I have with that. Remember when I was asking, do you think it's normal when someone has like a full-on anime looking VTuber model and you don't watch anime? Is that weird or not? That you just literally don't watch anime. So like in this instance, like either she genuinely doesn't watch anime and she doesn't know the ages whatsoever, or she's a hypocrite.
I think she's capping.
In my opinion, both are bad. On the one hand, you are quote unquote grifting on the anime subculture because VTubing came from the anime subculture,
Right?
or you're just a hypocrite. Either way, it's bad.
Either way, you're cooked.
Definitely a hypocrite and a grifter. No, because no one's under the delusion that like VTubing came from anime, right? That was the whole point. The first VTubers, they look like anime girls. Right now, you have the more hyper realistic avatars. Yeah, specifically in the West. But the roots came from like being a cute anime girl. Like, am I missing something?
To that era with likes being public, it was so easy to expose people spouting off about fictional content and thinking they have the moral high ground when in reality they're massive hypocrites. But it gets way worse than that. So that's just kind of a blanket easy statement right there where it's like she says anything that's underage, you're a predator for liking characters depicted in that sort of a way. There's a huge compilation of screenshots, and by the way, Marin Kitagawa is 15 years old in My Dress Up Darling, just to confirm that. But she also goes on to make other excuses, basically saying the characters she likes are similar in appearance to her VTuber model. And, well, that is a standard I don't think she really wanted to bring up because it just makes her look even worse.
Okay, first of all, no, it doesn't. It does not look like her VTuber model at all. But yeah, you see that brings another issue, right? The whole why I said quote unquote grifting, which by the way, I hate that word. I hate that freaking word so much. My skin crawls me saying that. Like I give myself the cringe saying it. But like, so you base your VTuber model off of anime. Like you literally confirm that you base your model off of those specific anime, which is even worse, right? Because then literally you're either lying and you're just grifting based on the popular anime, or you are just put on black lying and a hypocrite. There really is no between.
Nope.
Like it's either you're lying about watching anime and like literally taking someone else's hobby and interest and skinwalking it, or you're a dirty hypocrite. Pick which one you want to be.
Check your poison, buddy.
Drop.
And they're not like little lolly looking avatars either. They're
Oh.
like full blown art pieces and they look very well endowed. Like,
Okay, the fact that she says they're not like lolly, they're like full on art pieces and they look well endowed. I had full on like big breasts and butt when I was in middle school. Does that make it any better? No, I was still a kid. So it's the whole thing. It's we're going back to the whole thing of body type thing. if you're flat chested and you're still an adult, you're inappropriate. If you're big booba but you're a kid, that's appropriate, according to her. Because yes, when you're still in school and when you're still a child, you can be well endowed. Source, me. I am basing it on my own body, how I looked.
women. They look like my avatar.
Well
So I was like,
endowed.
oh, I didn't
And they look like her model.
know.
Wow.
I'm an uneducated anime person, and I guess that's my fault.
Yeah, so this is the part of the video where I'm just going to put the worst stuff on the screen. These are all elementary school aged characters and / or hardcore lolicon.
I think that qualifies as virtue signaling. It's the I'm better than all of you, so you should listen to me, grift. Pretty much, yeah. I agree. It's definitely virtue signaling. And yes, she basically just confirmed that she doesn't watch anime. So what the fuck are you skinwalking the culture? Right? Like, am I crazy?
You can't be calling out other people being creeps when you are kind of in the subculture of a culture.
Like, I genuinely, I'm so tired of hobby skinwalkers. Like, I'm genuinely tired. Like, and yes, I'm not gonna be calling them tourists. I'm gonna be calling them skinwalkers.
Yeah, I mean that's appropriate as well. I believe so.
I will spare you the description here, but like most of these characters are in elementary school or middle school. And she was describing these characters as well endowed and that they looked just like.
You can literally see their characters that are not well endowed. You can literally see that.
Like her own VTuber model that is more
Bruh, bring back having the likes public, please.
Bring it back so we can expose people.
busty, of course. I mean, it's just insane levels of hypocrisy. And this was really the reason why I made this video back in 2023. Because not only did she get caught on Twitter being a hypocrite, but she went on stream like this, making her heart-wrenching soliloquy, defending herself and deflecting any sort of blame, taking zero accountability, but also name-dropping me as well.
I don't read manga, so I do feel fucking terrible. I didn't know that some of them were underage because they're like well endowed. They look like adults. But that's the thing also. Like, I feel bad. I didn't know they were
Yeah, but she just, even if what she's saying is true, it still sounds bad. Like, literally, okay, you're a skinwalker and you like anything that has the vagina spread eagle. That's bad. Like, is she tone deaf? Is she not hearing herself?
like Rev says Desu. Oh, that's like a random account.
Ah, it's just a random account. Well, that random
That was that was so fake.
Yo, nah, she faked that.
account is still
Make it
here
stop.
in 2026. Kawaii grin. And here I am still making YouTube videos. And here you are at Offkai Expo doing a meet and greet for Fansly. How things have evolved over the years. But this all goes back to the standards at Offkai, right? They banned Kirsch over wrongthink, but they allow this person who has a history of slandering companies and being a massive hypocrite and a tourist who doesn't know anything about anime or manga but calls people predators over the same content she consumes as well from those mediums. It's just insane. It's just insane. It really reflects terribly on this convention. And now she's there working with this booth that is accessible to minors as young as 13. Where's that moral high ground she used to have, right? She would virtue signal about this stuff so hard back in the day, but has no problem working with this convention knowing
No, for me, just wow, she posted a selfie saying like, "Oh, come meet me, I'm ovulating." I think that's just freaking weird.
full well minors as
Yeah.
No, I was gonna make a joke. It's too late now.
Okay.
young as 13 will be walking around and have access to this booth she is doing a meet and greet at, where she is promoting herself in a very let's just say risque sort of way, not to mention
Yeah.
the fact that we have the whole QR code situation. But yeah, this is a terrible look. I'm not some prude. I'm sorry. Like, I am not some prude for saying that VTuber and anime conventions should have guardrails in place to prevent minors from accessing adult content. Is that woke of me? Is that too woke of me?
So I think there wasn't even any security to check the IDs to go into the family booth. And
Right.
don't give me the whole bullshit like, oh, you would see if that's a kid. No, you would not. I'm judging according to how I used to look before I even graduated school. You could not tell if I'm an adult or not.
Like, it's so simple. They should have made this an 18 plus convention, or at the very least, made this sort of stuff in the yabai market, which is supposed to be for adults. The reason why they didn't do that flabbergasts me. I don't understand why they wouldn't do that in the first place. It seems totally irresponsible. But hey, that's the situation we're in now, and as they conclude their convention, I hope it was all worth it because their reputation has continued to take a massive blow thanks to their antics this year. But that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed, please consider
Good video. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the West needs more VTuber conventions because this cannot be the main VTuber convention in the West. Like, this is absolutely not okay.
Yeah, no. It ain't okay, and it's just very, very odd that there's only one for now.
Yeah.